you wonder why do flowers have colors? Let's find out why. In reality, flowers' colors serve much more important purposes than only pleasing humans. Plants must reproduce, and they do this by a process known as pollination. In the pollination process, a plant must first be fertilized with pollen, which allows it to develop seeds that will grow into new plants. Plants cannot complete the pollination process on their own. Therefore, they must attract pollinators, like insects and birds, to visit them in order to transfer pollen to different parts of the flower. To attract attention from pollinators, flowers have adopted bright colors in the process of evolution, so that they can attract certain insects and birds. This is the reason flowers are colorful. How does pollination work? When hungry insects visit a flower, a small amount of the pollen from the flower will stick to the legs of these insects, as they are busy sipping nectar or collecting pollen. Let's see this in action. The bee sits on flower. Some pollen will stick to its legs. When this bee will land on another flower of the same plant species, the pollen from bee's legs will transfer. As expected, pollination occurs, continuing the cycle of life for flowers. Since pollinators, not people, are the intended audience, some colorations are invisible to human eyes. Brightly colored flowers attract insects, notably bees, who are the main drivers of plant reproduction, because they may spread pollen to neighboring plants. Nectar and pollen are the foods that flowers produce. The color of flowers serves as food advertising. It's nature's way of saying that the taste of this flower is delicious and yummy. The flower uses color to tell pollinators where the best bits are located. The black-eyed Susan is one example. With lovely yellow petals encircling a black core, it resembles a smaller, more delicate version of the sunflower. However, if you look at the flowers through a bee's eyes, you'll notice that the tips are a lighter yellow and the base is a darker color. This produces a pattern resembling a bullseye that shows the bee exactly where the goodies are. Plants have excelled at being inventive and creative, with colors ranging from the red of roses to the blue of cornflowers, the yellow of sunflowers, and the hidden bull's eye lurking in black-eyed Susans. Some people may find comfort in their beauty, while others may find it strengthens their belief in a greater power than themselves. These flowers stand in for all of nature's secrets for scientists. There are three main groups of plant pigments. First, anthocyanins are a group of flavonoid chemicals that are responsible for many colors like orange, red to violet, and blue. Fruits with the highest levels of anthocyanins include black currants, black raspberries, blackberries, cherry, elderberry, some red grapes, and wild lowbush blueberries. A second group of plant pigments, the carotenoids, are terpenoid chemicals. They are responsible for yellows, oranges in carrots, and reds in tomatoes. A third group of plant pigments are the betalains. These are nitrogenous plant pigments that are characteristic for plants belonging to the order Caryophyllales. Among the Caryophyllales plants, red beetroots and the fruits of cacti belonging to the genus Opuntia are the best known sources of betalains. This group is much less commonly found in plants than the first two groups of pigments. Parts of flower: pollen tube, anther, filament, petal, ovule, sepal, stigma, style, ovary, pedicel. 5 interesting facts about flowers. 1. In order to spread their pollen, some plants don't just rely on pollinators. In some cases, external factors like the wind will work. These plants do not waste energy on producing colors or pollinate attractive nectar. Instead, the pollination method is reflected in the structure of their petals and pollen. Some plants such as strawberries, corn, wheats and oats use wind to move pollen from the stamen to the pistil. Some plants such as tomatoes, eggplants, peppers and okra have complete flower and readily transfer pollen from stamen to pistil with even gentle breeze. These are self-pollinator plants. 2. When Vikings invaded Scotland hundreds of years ago, they were slowed by patches of wild thistle, allowing the Scots to escape. As a result, the wild thistle was named Scotland's national flower. 3. Ancient Egyptians considered the lotus to be a sacred flower and used it in burial rituals. This flower blooms in rivers and damp wetlands, but can go dormant for years during droughts, only to bloom again when the water returns. The Egyptians saw it as a symbol of rebirth and eternal life. 4. Dandelions may appear to be weeds, but their flowers and leaves are high in iron, calcium, potassium, vitamins A and C. 1 cup of dandelion greens contains between 7,000 and 13,000 international units of vitamin A. 5. The world's largest flower can grow to be 10 feet tall and 3 feet wide, and it can weigh up to 24 pounds. It's called Titan arum, and it smells like rotting flesh, which is why it's also known as the corpse flower. Thank you for watching this video. Little Wonder brings you interesting videos for kids to learn and satisfy their curious mind. Please like, share and subscribe for more interesting videos.